Oh man, now this right here is something that I forgot about. This is something that I want to talk about for a minute because I forgot all about the scene. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Big Cloud here, back again with another video. So, according to Segmentnext, now this is a website that I go to a few times. I usually go to these guys. They're actually very credible. Now, first of all, I want you guys to take this with a grain of salt. This is not necessarily confirmed by Cory Barlog or Sony at all, okay? This is all speculation. This is going off of what's being said in the game and what's being shown in the actual game, especially if we go back to the actual time that we're in. We're in Norse mythology. So in Norse mythology, there are a lot of references to this particular event, and they even talk about it. And trust me, I will play that for you guys as soon as I'm done with this particular portion of the video. So let's get into this. So according to the report, they believe that God of War 5 will be called God of War Fimbulwinter. Now, for those of you that do not understand what Fimbulwinter means, Fimbulwinter basically in Norse mythology means mighty winter. Fimbulwinter is the harsh winter that precedes the end of the world and puts an end to all life on Earth. Fimbulwinter is 3 successive winters where snow comes in from all directions and without any intervening summer. This is actually insane because in the actual game they talk about this. Mimir talks about this, right? And as they talk about this, it actually starts to snow because there's obviously, you know, the end of the world is coming because, you know, gods have been slain by Kratos. So you get what I'm going with this. But one thing that's also interesting about the situation is Atreus. Remember, Atreus is Loki. So there's so much there. As far as them believing, you know, the game will be called Fimbulwinter, they're going based off of what's being shown in the actual game. And speaking of what's being shown in the game, I think I will just show this for you guys. You guys see it yourself. This is something that they're talking about. And as far as it happening, well, we shall see. But this is definitely the coolest part about this game is the subtle references and just how well they did it in terms of storytelling. Not only do they tie everything in, but they set up so much stuff. And that's what I find beautiful behind the story of God of War. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play that.
Before we return to Midgard, I should warn you, more time has passed than you likely realize. The snowfall that began when you slew Baldur has become something else. The stuff of omens.
Omens for the coming of winter.
Not just any winter, but a great winter to span 3 summers. And when it's done, Ragnarok begins.
Ragnarok from snow.
Aye, snow. Lots more snow. And then the end of the bloody world, in that approximate order.
Another prophecy.
No, brother. Prophecy doesn't expect this for 100 more winters at least. You've changed something. Prophecy didn't count on you.
I'm telling you, it's Fimbulwinter. I can feel it in my scrotum. This is the big one.
Stop saying that. Oh, you're making me very nervous. It was bound to snow sooner or later.
That ain't just snow, and you know it. It's the end times.
How dare you make me think?
Guys?
Just discussing the weather. Bit of a cold snap lately.
What he means is, Fimbulwinter's upon us, boys. The winter to end all winters. I can feel it in my scrotum.
Yeah. We heard.
So, if you're heading home, try to keep moving, and also to not die.
Or if you're not heading home, same advice.
So as you clearly can see there, the references are non-stop when it comes to this particular event. It's non-stop. They go on this quite a bit. and the foreshadowing is insane, right? One of the things we talked about in my last video was Ragnarok, and we talked about Atreus. Atreus is going to play a massive part in the war going further. Remember, the war has been set pretty much on Kratos and his son after the death of Baldur, who is Odin's son with Freya, and obviously Thor's sons. There is definitely a lot. There's going to be bloodshed, basically, and that's what Fimbulwinter signifies. It signifies the starting of war, and that's what they're going to do. Now, again, as far as them actually calling the game this, here's the thing. I don't believe that to be actually accurate. What I think they would do, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's on the table, right? I'm pretty sure they probably are testing it as if that will work in terms of marketing. I mean, obviously nothing's set in stone, right? Who's to say they probably aren't testing it and saying, okay, let's try to call it God of War Fimbulwinter. I don't think they probably would, though. The reason why I don't think they will go with that name for the title of the game is because at the end of the day, it has to come down to marketing, right? And I don't really think them calling it Fimbulwinter would actually be a proper marketing name. The proper marketing name usually would be, you know, God of War and a name, or I'm sorry, a number at the end of it. For example, God of War 3, marketable, simple, to the point. Obviously, God of War 4, they didn't call it God of War 4. They just simply called it God of War. So they can either call it God of War 5 or God of War 2. I'm saying something like that, right? Something different. This is a retelling, or not even a retelling. This is a reimagining of the story. So why not go that route, right? This is a new trilogy slash. I think they're doing a trilogy, right? So it's more of a new trilogy. So if this is a new trilogy, go something that route. I don't think they will call it God of War Fimbulwinter, even though it sounds interesting. It's just not catchy. That's why I don't believe. But again, that's my personal opinion on the name. If they were to change it to Fimbulwinter, I suppose just calling it God of War 2 or God of War 4 or 5 or whatever. You get my drift. But again, there's a lot happening with this game, and it's got me interested in going back to playing it again just to see if there's any more subtle references to certain events. Obviously, you know, Mimir's tales. Remember, Mimir goes on and on. Even when you're in the boat, he talks about gods and certain things. So there possibly could be a lot more references that we're not picking up for this game, and they probably are foreshadowing. Now, one thing they did say in this actual article that I do not believe, they believe that this game, right, the sequel, will come out in 2 years after the PS5. Now, again, I don't believe it will be that early. Like, I don't think it will be possible for them to get it that early out at all. The longest you would probably wait for a game will probably be, or for this game, will probably 3 to 4 years. Really 3 years. I don't think 4 years, but 3 years for sure for God of War. And the reason why I would say 3 years is because, you know, obviously Sony statements came recently where they're focusing on quality over quantity. They're focusing on giving you, you know, very, very quality AAA experiences. So with that new direction and them going that route, right, obviously Sony is going to be looking into their first party, but not over exceeding themselves. Right, they're also going to be pushing third-party developers for deals, etc., etc. So it will make sense for them to obviously have Sony Santa Monica take their time and develop this and make a quality game rather than forcing it out there, you know, to get it out here on the market for the simple fact of selling a console. So that's how I feel on that situation. And also, you got to count the fact too that Cory Barlog and the team behind God of War are still racking in the awards. You know, they won a lot of awards at the DICE Awards just recently, and obviously they won the Guild Writers Award as well in 2018. So, you know, again, or for 2018. So, you know, there you go. I mean, they're winning everything. They're doing everything right. But this shit goes to show that God of War has definitely got a lot to it. And I'm very excited what they're going to do for the future of the franchise. Very excited, and I'm looking forward to it. If you guys want to check out my last video involving God of War, I'll have it at the end of this video. You guys can get caught up. We talk about the story. We talk about potential bosses. We talk about everything in that video, okay? But this one right here is just strictly talking about the events that are about to occur. And this is where they're getting the name from. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, that unfortunately brings me to the end of this video. And before I end this video, I just want to say thank you guys so very, very much for over 4,000 subscribers. I was shocked by the number. I took a few days away from YouTube just to gain more. I'm literally at the end. I'm literally getting ready to be done with a game that I thought I probably would not go back to, and that's Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm literally at the end here where I'm about to platinum it. I'm almost done with all the trophies. So I've been on that. I've just been gaming. I've just been, you know, sitting back. But I want to say thank you for everything. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for the support. For those of you that have been here since 2 subscribers, 1 subscriber, I mean, you name it. Thank you guys so very much. We were live on the RGT last time we were live on the channel, and if you guys want to check that out, I'll also have that at the end of the video. But thank you guys again, and here's to more of you guys, man. Thank you guys again for all the support. All right, I will see you guys on my next video. You guys be blessed as always. Big Cloud signing out.